All right, this is section 6-1 on ratios and rates. First of all, we need to remember that ratios are really just fractions. And a ratio can be written, several ways: 2 to 4, 2:4, or 2/4, all different ways of writing a ratio. But in this case, we're usually writing them in fraction form. So here's example number 1. Example number 1 says express the ratio 9 goldfish out of 15 fish as a fraction in simplest form. 9 to 15, which would really be 9/15, and then you just simplify. So this becomes pretty simple. 3 to 5 is the ratio in simplest form. Let's go on to example 2. Example 2 says express the ratio 2 feet to 18 inches as a fraction in simplest form. Now this one we're going to have to write a little bit different. Since we're talking about units, it's important to have those units written. And the thing with this one is we've got to put these all in the same units. So 2 feet in inches, if you times by 12, would give you 24 inches over 18 inches. All right, so first of all, we need to put them in the same units. Now we simplify. Dividing by 6 on top and bottom gives you the same thing. So 24 divided by 6 and 18 divided by 6. So the ratio for this one is 4 to 3. But we have to put them in the same units. Let's keep moving here. We got another thing called unit rates. Unit rates are basically just a division problem. Here's example number 3. This wants a packet. It says a package of 20 rewritable CDs costs $18, and a package of 30 rewritable CDs costs $28. Which package has a lower cost per CD? So cost per CD is what it's asking. So that's the order in which we need to divide. The first one was $18 for 20 CDs, and the other one was $28 per 30 CDs. So which one has the lower cost per CD? Basically, we could do this by dividing. So 20 dividing into 18 and 30 dividing into 28. So we can start with that. 20 into 18 doesn't go those, but it does go into 189 times exactly. Gives you nothing left. So in other words, this one would be 90 cents per CD. And let's do the other side. So 30 into 28, decimal, decimal. So we got 2 decimals, top and bottom. Now we go 30 into 2, doesn't go. 28 doesn't go. 280. Well, 3 times 9 is 27. So 9 times 30 would be 270. Subtract, you get 10. Drop a 0. 30 into 100 goes 3 times. You get 90. 10. Looks like there's going to be a repeating pattern of the 3s. So my answer for this one, if we rounded to the nearest cent, would be 93 cents per CD. So this is asking which has the lower cost per CD. 90 cents per CD is lower. That would be the better deal. All right, that is unit rates. Unit rates, you are just to divide. Let's go on to example 4. Okay, example 4 says a grizzly bear can run 30 miles in 1 hour. How many feet is this per second? Well, first of all, we need to take miles to feet, and we need to take hours to seconds, and then we would just do a division. That would be one of the best ways I think I can show you this easily. The book is going to show you something that will probably look crazy to you. So this is this is a good simple way to do it. So 30 miles in feet. Well, there are 5,280 feet in a mile. So we take that many feet and times by 30 miles. 3 times 0, 3 times 8, 3 times 2 plus 2, 3 times 5. It's 15. Okay, so my answer for this one, 30 miles in feet, would be 158,400 feet per 1 hour. So how many seconds are there in an hour? Well, there are 60 minutes in an hour, and there are 60 seconds in every minute. So 60 times 60 would be what I would do. 6 times 0 is 0, and then 6 times 6 is 36. So that's 3,600. So this is your first part here. So we got 158,400 feet per 3,600 seconds. Now all we're going to do with that is simplify. Or divide, basically. Divide just so we can get what that next answer would be. So this is the first number divided by the second number, which is really 3,600 into 158,400. Now, one thing that's cool about this, we got a decimal right there. You know how we can always move the decimal to the end? Well, in this case, we can actually move it backwards 2 places. If we do that there, we got to do that here. So this actually makes it a little different. We now have just 36 dividing into 1,584. I don't know. It's just a shortcut. Really, you could just divide the way you are used to, or you could do what I did there. So 36 does not go into 1 or 15. It does go into 158. I'm going to guess. We're just going to guess here. 4 times. So 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 plus 2 is 14. So that did work. Subtract is 12. Drop the 4. So 36 into 124. I'm going to guess 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 3 plus 1 is 10. Subtract, I get 16. So that worked again. I can drop a 0. Into 160, I know that that 4 times goes right there, 144. So I can go 4 times. That gave me 144. Subtract is 16. Actually, guys, as I'm looking at this, I made a huge mistake here. When I subtracted up there, 8 minus 4 should have been 4. So I messed that up. So I should have got 14. It's messing up my problem. And that's 144, and actually, instead of that number being there, 36 goes into 144 exactly 4 times. So I did mess up, and that gave us exactly, here I'll erase. Well, it's not letting me erase. It gave me exactly 144. So when I subtracted, there should have been nothing left down here, 0. Alright, so the answer for this ends up being 44 feet per second. Alright, and that's a pretty good way to do it. Change your miles to feet, change your hours to seconds, and then just do the big division to get your feet per second. There you go, that's section 6-1.